Now, if you see space and time, which I will at the end proclaim to be kind of near to their end, of course had quite an evolution of themselves. Kind of space started, say, among the Greeks as basically something infinitely rigid, basically like a big stage on which the natural phenomena would play their parts. And time, according to Newton, was this kind of big clock that would tick and actually would set the stage directions. Now this image of this kind of directed play kind of really changed very much with 100 years ago when Einstein came, and he famously said, of course, that time is the fourth dimension. Now it's very difficult to visualize 4 dimensions, but let me just help you to get across this image of this extra dimension. The best way to do this is think of a movie. So if you think of this movie, it's 2-dimensional, and think of the individual pictures that make up the movie reel. And I'll put these pictures on top of each other so that you basically get a stack of pictures. Now, if you follow that, you see that a single particle will actually become a line in this so-called space-time. And that's what Einstein said. Kind of mysteriously, all of this form one continuum, which is pictured here on the right-hand side. And everything that moves, or not move, will have these kind of spaghetti strands that you see here on the right-hand side. So we're all now kind of moving in this kind of space-time continuum. And Einstein says basically this is the object that we want to study. So anything you have to say about space, you're basically also saying about time. And this went on. Not only we had this kind of unification of space and time, but the next ingredient was that space, this stage, so to say, is not rigid, it's flexible. It can curve, it can shape, and it does so under the influence of energy and mass. And that's the phenomena that we call gravitation. So anything that carries mass or energy will curve the space and time around, and thereby space and time became no longer a stage, but an active player in the game. Space and time are something which have physical properties and that feature in physical laws. And in fact, it's the influence of this curvature that describes the motion of particles under the influence of gravity.